Rock and roll should be going Thursday night with the Patriots. Prepared
Hey,
Patriots
What's
in the
up?
streaming live.
house. Let me just make sure I'm muted on the YouTube side. We're good. We get back over. I just got notification on my celly phone.
I
So
got
I've been
mine
working
pulled
to
up.
share the dates, but welcome everybody. Got old Prepared
Matt's
Patriot
already on there.
in the house.
Yeah, and Rich.
So got Eagle 1-2 and the bald eagle in the house tonight. He changed his moniker on his thing there. That's good. That's good.
How
So
are you guys?
yep. If you guys are new to us, Prepared Patriot, we are a training company located in Western North Carolina. So we specialize in anything from firearms training to medical training, general preparedness, all kinds of classes. So usually it's our general SOP to knock out some class dates up front. And so we'll do that just so everybody knows what's upcoming. Uh, anyway, we've got our version.
Before you
Oh.
start, if you guys are already watching, please like and share and mention you in your comments so we know who's on there. What's up, Matt? What's up, Max?
Yeah, for real.
What's up?
Definitely.
What's up, Richard?
And if you guys are watching this back, like let's say tomorrow, some of our videos have been doing fairly piss poor. And I want to say, like, I feel like YouTube's screwing with notifications or doing something. Because anyway, so if you can just double check your subscription and make sure your notifications are toggled to all, and we'll go from there. So, but anyway, I'll knock out the classes and then I'm going to hop on sharing the link while somebody else takes over for a little bit. But like I said, we got our version of concealed carry coming up July 10th, August 21st, and September 11th. Prepper Med, our flagship medical class, is sold out for July 24th. Our Prepared Pistol 1 class, our next one coming up will be Sunday, September 12th, and we have an additional date scheduled for November 13th. We've got our Prepared Rifleman class scheduled for September 25th, and then Prepared Pistol 2, October 17th. And then we are scheduled to do a medical low light combo class on November 20th, and that will probably wrap up the year with the exception of maybe our alumni camp out in early December. So I'm going to drop into sharing the link and all. And
So Max actually just asked the question that we'll jump right into since we need to talk about it tonight anyway.
Exception of maybe our
So Max just said he would love to hear more about what you're doing for your local PD and if and how we can help. So Max, our plan was to do a fully furnished class of basically our medical version, tailored to officers working out of an ankle first aid kit, where we were going to supply them an ankle first aid kit, as well as the majority of their main ingredients for the first aid kit. Some of it, we all kind of personal and tailor to our own needs and what our training dictates. But we're hoping to give them a pretty good starter kit. We're so blessed and thankful to know some fantastic dudes. Recon Medical and Riker Nylon Gear have donated to the cause. They've helped us out with some good prices to help out these officers and get them at a good deal, and also have a pretty good med kit for these guys to start with on the road. As y'all know, as we've all said in the past, sometimes it's really difficult to get officers in the class, man. So we've reached out to 3 different counties. One county has taken us up on the offer. One county basically didn't want much to do with it or hasn't got back to us about it at all. Another county showed interest, and but we haven't heard back to see if they're going to fill the class up. So we may be actually reaching out to yet another county just to make sure we can fill the class, which is sad. Now there may be a potential that the one department we could get the full 10 from, but we were trying to share the love to a couple of different departments to try to help out the guys that are most in need, maybe newest officers that need gear. Because when you first come on as a cop, they don't give you much. Like, if you're at a small town community like what we live in, those guys don't make a lot of money at all. If you knew what they made, it would really make you. It would really make you a little depressed at what these guys get paid for what they do and the risks they take and putting themselves in the line of fire to protect our communities. And we want to support them the best we can.
And
go ahead,
we
Jay.
cover 3 counties in our homes.
Yep.
And so we're trying to spread it out. And even we have the sheriff's departments, but we can always go to the local town PDs if we need to.
It's just sad because talking to some of the different counties, one county, I think it was straight up ego getting in the way. I don't know that for sure, but that's what I think it was. The other county, I think it's the one that we haven't heard back yet. I think it's a strain on the force to get their people there is what I'm hearing. They're just so understaffed and so overworked right now. They can't fill positions. And this is just word that I'm hearing. Is that they're not even running a BLET this year, which is basic law enforcement training in our area. Usually you go to community college or technical college where you do that class to become an officer. And right now it's just come down to where they don't even have enough interest to run a BLET, which is that's sad and scary, but also a predictor of the times. We've been saying for the last 2 to 3 years, you've heard us, if you know us personally, we've been screaming from the rooftops, when you make cops the enemy, you will reap to sow the day where they will not be there to help you. And that's where we're getting. We're getting to the point where those people are the ones that push back the line of darkness, so to speak. Like that's the guys that stand between you and your family. Who else are you going to call if stuff goes bad? That's what I'm saying. And we're getting to that point where, man, we're on a teeter-totter. If they don't build some morale and get cops back in there and proud to be doing what they're doing again and not getting spit on and treated like garbage, underpaid, overworked, undertrained, like, man, it's a bad case scenario for society, and society should be looking out. I think we're getting to a point where, man, it could be bad soon. I mean, here's the other thing. What people don't realize is this is the same people that will bitch and talk about how bad it is and how bad cops are the same ones that will complain because it's an hour wait for an officer to get to their house. When they don't realize is that officer's by himself. There's no one coming. Like there's nobody else to help him. He might be running 2-3 guys in a whole end of a county. And that's not a lot. That's not enough. Like I know there's so many officers to cover a county at a time. And when they don't have the right amount, it really puts the stress down on the rest of them, man. Like they're working triple time to just stay afloat. Like all they do is bang out calls all day long. And they never get an ounce of rest. No time to relax, to recover, to even eat. Like that's not an option for these guys. Most of them are slamming something on the way to a call. It just sucks, man. It really, really sucks. So that's what we're doing for the officers. There is a video out on our site. If you'd like to go watch that, you can check that out and see kind of what we're giving away and what we're doing. What's up, John? What's up, Crans?
That's right. Crans got the notification. Yeah.
Max says that I have 5 decomp needles that I got cheap that I'll be willing to donate. Man, these guys I'm sure would appreciate any and all. And I don't know exactly. Do we have enough decomp needles?
Well, that's something that I don't think is in there. We could talk about what we do have. It's in a video, but
yeah, that would be good. So we have 10 of the recon stop the bleed kits, basically, right, Jerry?
Right.
Do you want to tell them what's in those kits? I know that there's like a couple. I can name a couple of them. Go ahead and go get it, and I'll try to cover what's in it while you're gone.
I'll go grab it.
Which, if you guys don't know, Recon has on their site a stop the bleed. I know, like Max, I know you know. I think you even did a review on it. So if you guys want to see a review on this kit I'm talking about, go check out Max's channel at Max Lozana. And you can see a review that he did on the med kits. But man, Recon's Stop the Bleed kit is a stellar deal. If you're looking for kits for a bunch of people or something like that, I don't know how they get the price so damn low. Like it's such a great value that I don't know how anybody can complain about it. They got one of their Gen 4 tourniquets is in there. A Mylar blanket's in there. They got, I think the new one comes with the chest seals in it. I'm pretty sure there's some medical shears in there. I want to say there's some compressed gauze, maybe like a type of, I can't remember if there's an H&H in there or not. I'm not sure about that. But I mean, just the price, the price that you get that stuff. I want to say like that whole kit in a canvas enclosure is like $30. I don't think you could even buy the components that cheap. Oh, and Max just says free shipping. I mean, how the hell do you beat that? Like that's as good as it gets.
$26 and free damn shipping, he says.
Max, is that including the one with the chest seals? I thought the one with chest seals was like $29. I mean, we're arguing over $3 here. I'm not trying to be ugly, but I mean, it's like $3 more, I think, for chest seals or something, if I'm right. But either way, like you can't go wrong with those kits. So I know the Recon kit comes with most of that stuff. We have those to go in them. We have CPR masks for each of them that we're going to be given. We have
Rescue Me's.
We have Rescue Me's. We're going to pass out to them, to each of them. And what am I forgetting, Matt?
Hyphen chest seals. Well, I guess they're duplicated if they're not in the kits that Jerry has. I know
they're not in the one that Jerry got because Jerry didn't get the canvas bag one. We got the ones that are in like the plastic bag, which don't come with chest seals. That's why ours has the hyphens in them.
But long story short, we definitely could use the decompression needles. Are they the simple needles or are they the ARS decompression needles, Max?
I think you said they were. If they were the cheaper ones, they're probably the standards, like what we got. The new one, what's the ARS one's the really kick-ass one, right?
Yeah, that's the one that looks like it's in a pin.
Yeah, that one's the really good one. So Max, you'll get some. I don't know if you know the difference on those. I'm sure you might. I mean, I know you've had quite a bit of medical training, but you'll see some differences in those decompression needles whenever you can prepare.
Here's the ARS.
Yeah, so those are the ARS decomp needle. I don't know that we have those for the officers though. I think the ones
they're not in here.
I think we had those for class.
Max says the new kit is shears, chest seals, Gen 4 tourniquet, space blanket, and compressed gauze.
There you go. So that's a hell of a deal, man. Chest seals and the tourniquet usually cost that much.
Long story short, these dudes are getting, a free class. They're getting, they're getting the Riker AFAX. That might be something that we totally missed there. There they are. Yeah. Jared's got a in gray there. So I mean, they're getting like $400 or $500 worth.
We have the
class,
hyphen vents for each of them. The
Rescue Me
CPR
mask. Yep.
And Rescue Me tools.
There you go.
So there you go. That's what they're getting for free just to show up to the class.
Plus, it's a certification class.
Yeah, it's also Stop the Bleed certified, and it's going to have, obviously it's not going to be just a Stop the Bleed class. We're going to put our own spin on it, but it does come with that extra certificate so that hopefully these guys can turn it in on their continuing ed. So, I mean, it's a hell of a deal, Max, man. That's what we're hoping to provide for them is there's really all they got to do is sign up and show up. It's that simple, but we'll see how it goes. So far, it's been a lot of work on our end just to give stuff away.
But we were super fortunate in that Recon, I reached out to them, wrote a letter, was actually just trying to get a discount, and they donated the kits. They gave us 10 kits. Mike at Riker gave us a great deal on the AFAX. The Rescue Me things, they were cheap. I just grabbed those.
Yeah, we've been like I said, we've been blessed, so we're trying to bless others. That's kind of the way we look at it. We want to help out the other people. And Max says the Rescue Me beats the shears. In my opinion, the only thing they won't cut is a belt. I straight up agree. And I don't carry shears for that reason. Like, to me, the Rescue Me will do what I need it to do.
Well, and
what's up, Scott Wexler?
Shears would probably be tough cutting a belt.
Well, I mean, if you're wearing a gun belt,
yeah,
for sure. Like, if you're wearing one of the cheap belts, maybe not. But if you're wearing one of our belts, like the stuff we wear, absolutely.
Right.
It wouldn't be easy. It'll do it, especially if you got some of like the really good ones, like the Raptor shears or something like that. They'll do it, no doubt. But most of us, have other options too. Like, no, I don't think none of us just carry the Rescue Me. Like, I need this right now, quick right this second. Most of us have duplicates. Like, I have a whole different kit in my truck. Y'all do as well. Most of the guys we know carry a car bag that's a fully stocked trauma kit, So Max says, in talking about gross motor skills, the Rescue Me is a winner. Absolutely, dude. No thinking. Just rip it, tater chip. No, you know what I mean? And less risk of injury and other stuff too. But to me, it's all about bulk. These guys already carry a shit ton. Like, gear is 20, 30 pounds for an officer, depending on what they're certified in, what they're carrying. Then on top of that, 2-pound ankle rig, I know how it works. The guys will just quit carrying it. So to me, it's just like with me. I want everything as light, compact, and simplified, but still able to get the job done. So, but the training is the most important. As you guys know, a lot of these guys, they don't have very good medical training, and none of it was presented in the way that an officer needs to get it, if that makes sense. If what they did get in class was some stuff they weren't paying attention to because they was like, EMT's going to do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's never tailored to them. And I think the best way for me as an officer that I got my attention was, I said, the reason I need medical training, if my partner gets shot while I'm sitting here, or I get shot, like, that's where I hope that we can hook most officers. Because most of them, they can have that whole philosophy, well, I'll let EMT do their job when they get here. But if it's your friend that you're his lifeline, or it's you and you're the lifeline, like, I want to be that superhero. I want to be the guy that steps up and saves his ass. I want him to owe me beer for life. I'm just saying. But no, y'all get my point. It's like you're gonna dive deeper into training when you see the real need and how it could save you or your partner's life. And I think in the academy, it gets kind of glossed over. Yes, they teach it, but not nearly as good as it should be, and not to the point that an officer can really understand it well. So,
especially now that they're truly spread thin, man. You know what I
mean? Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Like, it's like you hear Jerry talk about all the time that, they're not going to let EMT even in until the scene's cleared. So, like, how much time can that be? You never know. Yeah. I mean, if you got your partner laying there dying, dude, like, I can't fathom not applying what you know.
Well, a lot of times SWAT has to clear the building a lot of times before they'll let anybody in. So
Scott, Max says that he has a set of Raptors, or he gave a set of Raptors to his daughter. She's a corpsman and just did a training spin up. She said they're legit. I've heard good things, Max. There again, though, like, for me, I can't see the justification for those, because I'm not normally going to carry them on the norm. That's kind of where I'm at. I don't mind spending money on good gear. Don't hear me wrong. Like, if they're totally probably worth the price, I just don't. I got too many other irons in the fire, man.
You still rocking that Leatherman?
I am, Patrick? Dude, and it works fantastic. Yeah. It's kind of taken the place of my Delica 4, to be honest. Like, I hardly ever carry it anymore. The Leatherman just kind of fits too many things. Just like for the instance we were talking about, okay, the belt, you can't cut the belt with your Rescue Me. Well, they have this really great, I don't know if y'all can see that, but a really great kind of serrated non-pointed cutter I mean, I can get it done with that if I need to, and less risk to the patient. So I don't know, man. I just I feel like there's always more than one way to skin a cat. Some things you don't cheap out on though, like or you you buy good quality in, I should say. It doesn't matter if the price is low, if the quality is good, I should say that. Like a tourniquet. Don't, buy a good tourniquet. Recon Medical, buy one. They're good for you.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, dude, Max, I get it, dude. For your daughter, she's a courseman. That absolutely makes perfect sense. Like, she's going to use the shit out of it. It'd be like if I was a EMT, shit, I'd invest in that. Again, it's one of those things where it's like if you use it on the daily, it's perfectly good idea.
Nice. Oh, Tom Davis in the house. What's up, brother?
He says my arms look freakishly long with the camera angle. Dude, it's because I'm at a really high table and the camera is kind of tilted down. But yeah, no, you see me in person. There's nothing really tall or long. It's all the.
That's funny. That's funny.
Other than the tripod in the middle.
Hey, man. Thanks for hanging with us, Tom.
Hope everything's going good with your friends, man. Appreciate you coming down for class a while back.
Yeah.
I hope your buddy put in some draw practice with you, because he was definitely could benefit from that.
So,
to be honest, though, right?
I was gonna say, Daddy's home. I got the Ford Flex back this week.
Tactical Flex, yay!
It's fairly roached out, so I mean, it could use some loving. Now that I've been riding around in a Tundra for 6 months, man. Like the Flex is, I mean, it's the Tundra's way smoother and just better all around than the Flex. But now I'm switched back into the Flex a little bit, try to save a little life on the Tundra. You know how that goes. So
you are going to keep it, eh?
Yeah, I think the boss lady wants to turn it into like a dedicated baseball mobile. It's got a bigger rear to it, keeping Sam's bags and all his gear because he.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
got a bigger rear.
Big ass catcher, big ass catcher's bag, and then she's got this wagon. This is like this baseball mom thing, I mean, I all got these wagons that they carry their coolers and their chairs in, and on top goes your pop-up tent, and it's legit, man. Hashtag travel ball life. So
Tactical Bits in the house. What's up, Chickadee?
there she is. T-Bits.
I saw that your kids are hatching out some what are they called? Skinks. Thank you. Yeah, the little skinks.
That was pretty cool.
That was cool. Ultra Homestead. Like that's what's up. That's how you be a good parent right there.
Take
notes.
Science class. So
science class. That's great.
On another note, there's a Sydney. On another note,
Sydney Deets?
We got another name that ammo or whatever, name that item competition to settle. So if you guys haven't seen, it looks like Patrick froze a little bit, but if you haven't seen recently, Pete Pete Jr. from Defiant's been pumping out some pretty awesome stuff. So we picked up some of his TCX Subsonic. I think it's 180 grain, 308, and we posted a picture of just one of the rounds, and it was another best nickname gets sent something in the mail post, so we got it narrowed down to a few, and I think we picked a winner. So but we had pretty good participation in this one. We had all kinds of posts. So probably the top four was one was by old Don Cox. He wanted to call it rigor mortis, and then a fellow named Jeremy Lynn wanted to call it the sucker punch. And then there was a Tom Adams who wanted to call it whispering death. And then the last one, I think that we picked because we felt like Pete Jr. would have picked this name. So it was by a Jeff Lovelace. And so it's officially named Extreme Prejudice.
Yeah, that was the one that kind of stuck for me. Max just entered the one-eyed snake. Nah, I can't go there, dude.
One-eyed only. So Pete himself
Scott,
called it Pete Jr. himself called it the chode. So
the
who knows?
chode.
The chode. And I said down around these parts, I think what you're talking about, we call it the taint.
Scott
Anyway.
Wexler wants to know, so who won the shirt? I think Matt Harmon, right?
Yeah, I had a live video the other night, Weck. Sorry, man. I did it legit, man. There's only two of you. You had a 50% chance of winning. Put it in the ammo can, shook it around, closed my eyes, grabbed one out, and it was Matt Harmon. So that went out in the mail a couple days ago.
So
Got to
hopefully
keep
Matt
playing, Weck.
Harmon gets it before. Hopefully Matt Harmon gets it before 4th of July.
He won't.
Mike Kalakis.
It's supposed to get there the 6th of July. Anyway,
You suck.
I know, man. Well,
2 days late.
You know. Well, that's the U.S. Postal Service for you. So, but if so that cost me probably $8 or $9 to ship, just that one T-shirt and a couple patches.
Oh shit! It makes you wonder now.
If I took it to the UPS store or wherever I took it last time, they were like, it was like $15-$16 to send Pete Jr. a T-shirt. I mean,
shit,
it's
now you
crazy
see the
expensive.
now you see the challenges Cheddar has to deal with, right? Freaking
Yeah.
half the shirt cost to ship it to somebody. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
I
need to consult with him and figure out what the crap he's doing for shipment. So
I wonder if he's got some. I wonder if he's got some kind of way that he bulk ships or something, or some kind of way he just gets a flat rate because he ships so much.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some way he does that.
Mike Kalaka says, "Hello, clowns." He said, "That's
He's a
it. I'm
jerk.
walking to Jerry's." Well, come on down, dude. It's 2 weeks in a row. That would be royalty. Nobody's done that to us yet.
I know, right?
And a guest 2 weeks in a row.
I'm gonna laugh when he blasts up into Jerry's house. So Scott Wexler says ShipStation gives him a better rate. There you go. Scott Wex with the answer. Wex probably ships a bunch of shit too, right? With the Wexler Woodworks. He's probably got a bunch of cutting board shipments and stuff like that he's sending out.
So it's an awesome time to remind folks to don't forget to hit that like button. Also, check your subscriptions, check your notification bells. I don't know. Our videos haven't been doing so hot, and I'm just kind of wondering across the board if notifications are getting messed with, stuff like that. So just double check that for us if you can.
From what I know that we already got a couple of blocks and stuff, and Facebook's already like threatening to shut our groups down and shit like that. So there's all that too.
What's that new stuff that came out? I was just kind of scrolling through Facebook before the last.
Basically they're just like saying you may be exposed to an extremist and all this stuff. And yeah, Facebook's fucking, man, I about had enough. I wish we'd figure out another way to do it better, man.
We need to figure out our own platform, Patriot platform.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Have you seen the work that some of these other guys have gone through, the money, investment, time to do all that?
Oh, yeah.
I hate this already.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I want to do that. I do wish we could do something like, you could always do something like Full 30 or something like that, which is a dedicated platform. But it just doesn't get the ground. It doesn't get the amount of people, the views, the eyes.
No matter what, I mean, you think about like picking up your cell phone, and like you pick up your cell phone, and like, what's the first app? Just think about it, like off the top of your hand, like you pick up your cell phone, what's the first app you like instinctively almost go to hit? I mean, it's probably a social media app or something like that. You know what I mean?
It's designed to be that way, though, right?
Yeah, man. They got everybody hooked and stuff.
Holy crap. Scott Wexler says it costs $40 to ship a cutting board. Holy moly. There you go. There's where most of that cost comes from, guys. You're paying half of it to ship it to you.
Wex has got big wood, man.
So Max, you said you saw a shit ton of messages about your last two videos on my end anyway. You mean like messages from people commenting? Or like you're getting the notifications. Is that what you're talking about? Jordan Richards. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Hit that thumbs up button if you can. Hell,
Jordan's in the
thumbs
house.
down it too.
Jordan was in rifle class with us, man.
Hey,
Hey,
thumbs
there
down
he
it.
is. Mike Kalak is creeping in on our
Oh
live
my
stream.
God.
Dang
Hey,
it.
why did you let that clown in?
The Mooresville Mafia.
Yeah.
Strikes
What's up? What's up, Mike? How's life treating you, dude?
Oh, last day of work for the week. We're heading to West Virginia tomorrow.
Nice. You going on vacation?
No, going to my aunt's service. She passed away.
Boo. Boo,
Yeah.
man. I hate that.
I don't know. Take a
Here I
sip
was
just for
thinking
her.
of something good. Yep, pour some out.
No, vacation
Well-
is next week. We're going to Florida.
Nice.
Dang.
He's a good boy.
Oh, dog.
Playing with the dog.
Hey. So,
Patriot pup.
Come on.
Patriot pup.
yeah. Richard L. checking out. Says night all.
Oh, man.
Not rich.
Oh.
So,
What are you guys doing? Anything interesting?
We
Not
not
really.
much tonight.
didn't talk
I'm just
much.
kinda
no
chilling.
topics.
No.
Hoping somebody gives us a good topic. Hey, Patrick was getting ready to get on something political before we started rolling the cameras
Oh.
tonight. What was it?
Well, I was going to ask. I haven't been able to really catch the whole story yet. But I was reading something about how the Senate or there was a vote or something where they're basically smacking down on the ATF about the pistol braces and all that stuff. Did y'all see that?
I haven't seen anything
I've
yet.
not seen
no.
all
I
of
saw-
it. I saw
saw
like you
something
just a
about
snippet.
Yeah, I saw something about it, and I've been meaning to read about it and figure out what it was all about. But something about how they took a vote and they are basically overrunning the ATF and telling them to lay off on the pistol braces and all that stuff. So that could be
Well,
some
we
good
can-
news and a major
We
win.
can only hope that's true, man. We can only hope it's true.
For real. For real.
So, we got some congratulations in order this week.
Yeah, what's
Our
up?
buddy, I don't know, just saying our buddy Jody's rolling up out the city and into the country. Looks like he got to his new crib.
Yeah, I was
And
going to give him
then,
a minute to settle down before I said, now the work really begins.
Yeah.
Because now
Yeah.
he gets to experience the 4-hour, 5-hour grass mowing and the projects that are endless
What do
that
you buy,
never
like a big-
stops. Welcome
Yeah.
to homesteading.
4.5 acres.
Yeah, I think
Homestead.
Nice.
And,
Hey, so Max, hold on. Max just said, yeah, over 140 congressmen and 48
4
senators.
acres. You say 4
They
acres?
all signed a letter that went to the ATF. Nice.
Like South Sharp.
that's what I'm talking about.
Jason says Jody will be dead in a week.
That's what he
Call-
posted.
Comment of the night
He'll
right
find
there,
himself-
Jason.
He'll find himself a copperhead down by his pond, man, or something deadly.
So,
So-
but that's the thing. People don't realize how much work that a homestead is, dude. The projects never end, never end.
Just mowing,
And like,
just
just mowing grass is like a whole dedicated evening to do just the grass mowing and stuff when you got a big property and stuff.
yeah, and that
Like it's
pond's gonna be
fantastic, but go ahead.
that pond. I was gonna say that pond's gonna be a bitch too. Like that last couple feet of the bank right there before the water. Unless you got a specialized tool to reach over, I mean that's nothing but weed eating. So
Yeah, man.
him and his boy are gonna have to be dueling weed eaters down there or something, knocking
For
it out.
real.
So and then another congratulations.
Jason,
we,
hold on. Jason just said everyone wants to homestead till it's time to homestead. You got that right, brother. It is work. It is not easy, especially
sounds
like
like a
if
t-shirt.
especially if you got, how it is, Jason. Like when you got a bunch of livestock and stuff like that, like you can't just leave ever. Like you can't just get in the car and be like, I want to go on vacation. That's not a thing with like you got to have somebody to look after your farm. Like you can't. 1 week getting behind is a disaster, and people don't realize that. It's like, man, the grass is so high it takes you 3 days to mow instead of 1 now. If you didn't take care of the animals, some of them are dead or dying, and now you got to revive them and figure that out. You got to pay somebody to look out for them, or have a good buddy and friends that you can pull favors. It's work, man. It is work.
I'm rocking some of Jason's artwork tonight. Oh man!
Oh, that's one
got
of
the
my
white
favorites.
emblem.
Is that the one that
That's
I
it
don't
says I
have a
didn't
boat
lose.
and I didn't lose shit?
Yeah, I didn't lose shit and I don't have a boat.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
I really don't.
So Scott says I'm looking for 3 to 4 acres for my compound. It's that's, to be honest with you, Scott, dude, depending on what you want to do, that's probably enough. Like if you want a micro kind of homestead, it kind of depends on where you're at and what you're doing, obviously. Like if you're looking for big livestock, that's not enough. But if you want like to raise maybe some rabbits, chickens, like small livestock that can keep you sustainable but not as hard to deal with, you'd be all right. But
I've been trying to get Patrick to fence in his yard and get some goats for a while or something. That would help his mowing time.
But goats are kind of a pain in the ass. Like,
well, Jason had a comment. He said, "John, goats eat everything you don't want them to, and them to
nothing
eat
you do.
nothing you do."
That's exactly right, Jason. Like unless you like stake them out where they got no choice but to eat where you put them.
Yeah,
like they'll just demolish a freaking farm if you're not careful.
they are very, very ADD, man. I had
And
those 2
freaking
little goats.
sheep are a little bit better, but those some bitches will find a way to kill themselves. Like they're like they just want to die. That's their plan.
Yeah, be better off with like a single, 1 or 2 cows, man.
So Scott says he's just building a barn dominium. Oh well, 2 to 3 acres is probably more than you need then.
Yeah.
Homesteading is rewarding though, guys. Like don't let me just talk you away from it. And ultimately, if you're into prepping lifestyle, like that's the end state. Like that's where you go to finish this stuff off,
Mike and Jerry having their own damn conversation over there. Fuckers.
What are you fuckers talking about?
Yeah, we were looking at that ammo deal Matt posted.
Oh, there you go.
So,
yep.
Yeah, so that's something we can talk about. Like it seems to me the ammo is coming back down. I think everybody's kind of slacked off on buying for a little while, and it's starting to catch back up.
Yeah, buddy. But I was excited because earlier in the week I shared or maybe last week we talked about seeing PMC 1,000 rounds for $500, and then somebody I shared earlier this week. Oh, it was like Kentucky Gun Company.
It's
$380, right?
Yeah, 1,000 rounds for $380.
And flat rate shipping it like
and then
or something.
Didn't I see them posted at the local Palmetto? It was actually under 40 cents around there too.
No, that might have been
limits.
Kevin.
I
believe that was Scott. I thought that was Scott Edwards that posted.
Okay,
that.
yeah, but also Kevin posted that Hyatt's had like 200 packs that were a pretty good deal. I don't remember the specific.
45 cents around before tax is what he said.
I think it was lower than that, dude.
Really?
So Ariel made a couple comments here about homesteading because, as y'all know, Ariel's a kind of a homesteader. She said, let me see. She says, or even chickens, and then a fox nabs half the flock. Ariel, listen, girl, we had about 30 chickens at one time. We had a hawk come in and kill 8 of them in like 8 minutes. And I'm not even exaggerating. Like we were out there, they were fine. We come back in, did like just a few little things and run back outside. 8 of them strung out dead. We have a huge hawk claw problem where I'm at. So yeah, I get it. Like you can work your hind end off just to keep everything alive and productive. So we get it for sure. And she says canning is a beast too. Patrick, you're lucky to have JP. Absolutely. And people don't realize how much work it is to can. Like even if you just grow a couple tomato plants, like man, they can cover you up. And if you're not strategic about how you plant, you get them all at one time. So now you're canning yourself to death for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, Kevin said Hyatt's down in Charlotte has Winchester 200 round packs for $70 this week. That's 35 cents a round before tax.
There you go.
Green Force Tactical has a code right now. It's Freedom 1776. Save 15% off.
So
Some of our-
Scott's talking about the Scott Wexler was talking about what I was telling you about the letters that Congress sent to all that. And it sounds like the NC Congressman Hudson is the one who authored the letter. So that's pretty
Word.
cool. Which we
Send him
all,
a thank
I
you
know
note.
that all of y'all freaking are writing the senators and stuff because I know I did. But yeah, man, it was not good. Jason said he got a pig. A pig got out 6 months ago and it was a pain in the ass to catch. Dude, I bet so. Like those things are faster than people think they are, especially when you're scared and running. And they do not like being caught.
I know how you catch them things.
How's that?
Some of that Defiant TCX and that AK.
That works really good. That's right.
Sure.
That's right.
One more trip to the refrigerator here, boys.
Hal Tube says you need to lock up chickens at night. Yeah, even if you do that at night, brother, there's still a really big chance around this area. Like that was daytime whenever the hawks took out ours. And then they were even inside an electric fence, so they were fenced in and contained. It's not like they were completely free. They even had a shelter they could run to. So it really doesn't matter. They can kill them even when you do that. Even locked in, you can still get them killed, man. They're so
we got
easy to pick
shit
off.
tons of raccoons and we got
they'll
shit tons
sneak
of
in at night,
raccoons
and they're smart enough to unlock and like get into this stuff. They'll figure a way in. And then once they find them, then it's on. Like then they'll come in there every night trying to kill them. It's just the way it is.
Trash pandas, for sure. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't recognize that name, but that's awesome. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Mike Kalakis, bet you don't subscribe to us, jerk.
He doesn't even do
I'm definitely subscribed.
I know you are.
What you need to be yelling at is Carrie. Tell her hit the damn subscribe button. She don't even know I left the house. She's gonna kick my ass when I get home.
That is hilarious. His wife is the more dangerous. His wife is the more dangerous of the two.
Last week's live stream, you mentioned her kicking your ass like 3 times, dude.
She's mean, dude. Have you ever met her?
Hey, I have met her. She's dangerous. She's dangerous.
A couple times.
You're also blessed to have a wife that trains as hard as you do, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. So
she says I'm
love and appreciate
to even put up with my ass. She told me
that is true too. I don't even think she's really your wife. She's really like a babysitter, isn't she? Like your parents hired her for you, didn't they? They were like, we're just gonna pay her to look after his dumb ass. Well, we love you, Mikey. We love you, dude.
Gary Johnson in the house. Gary freaking Johnson.
So Ariel points it out, like nurses do have a like really weird, freakish sense of humor. They're kind of like cops in a way. They get on this like really graveyard type humor and a little crazy. So
yeah. Anybody that like stabs people for a living, you gotta watch out.
You gotta give them a little respect. You know what I mean? Like
they know where the good bleeding points are.
That's what I was about to say. And they know the anatomy well enough to make it happen. And they know the medicine well enough to make it look like an accident.
It doesn't work though, man. Because I got a kidney stone.
Watch out.
I took some pain medicine and it made me sick to my stomach, so I threw up on the ground. Like
you're great.
There was no caring. Get your ass upstairs. I'm gonna clean up this mess. She didn't coddle me or nothing. She's mean.
At least she didn't make you clean it up.
Well, I ended up cleaning it up myself anyway. I was mopping it up and throwing up at the same time. It was terrible.
We need to get some of these cold-hearted ladies on the.
I know, right? Man. So Ariel, weird thing happened to me this week. Ever since our practice and some of the things that we've done.
He started puberty finally.
For Prepper Med, shut up. So ever since our prepper med preparation and all that stuff, I find myself now looking at which vein is best for an IV. That's so weird. I bet you, as you nurses, I bet y'all do that all the time, don't you? Like, ooh, that would be a good vein right there for an IV right there. That's the one.
Oh yeah.
You do that,
Big
Ariel?
honkin'.
That's something you do, isn't it? Because I know I'm not the only one. I'm like, I was looking at, because I treat people all day, so I'm seeing this stuff. I'm like, that's the one I'd pick if I was a nurse. So I know you. You got this sick thing in your head now, don't you?
My wife looks at the top of my hand. She's like, I'll put one in the top of your hand. She don't care.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Jason says his wife has a 4x8 grave dug in the back pasture because she knows when you need a grave, you don't have time to dig one.
That's awesome. But
That's
you
smart.
got pigs, Jason. She don't need a grave.
Jared, we could dig a hole in your backyard.
Yep.
Pigs take care of that stuff, man. You don't need a grave. Ariel says, I'm that person too. See, I knew it, you weirdo.
The problem is she's not tall enough to see anybody's veins.
Oh, that's just wrong. I hope she kicks you in the shin when she sees you.
Man, that'll be an uppercut for her.
Scott Wexler says he had a nurse rape my nostril putting in an MPA. Ow! Bled for 30 minutes out of my nose.
Ooh,
Nice.
I don't like bloody.
Mm-mm.
Ariel says nurses are mean for sure. I don't think they're
What?
mean. I think their give a shit o-meter is usually tapped out by the time they get to the house.
Scott, was it your right or your left nostril?
Why does it matter?
It does matter. You'll find out.
It does
you Jared.
matter. So you must have said something dick to her because she must not have used any kind of lube or anything.
Gary
either
Johnson
that or
says, Gary Johnson says, I still haven't found a training class that teaches how to do stitches.
We're doing
Reprimand,
it,
brother. Reprimand.
Pepper med, man.
Yeah,
For
wow.
Gary
We're
Johnson,
gonna be
we
doing
can come on, let us know.
Yep, we'll be doing it
We got it
for
right
sure.
It's a practice, teacher practice kit.
That's
Now,
one of
you
our.
have
Gary's
to-
like-
if you want
Too, man.
a live example, Gary Johnson, though, you have to volunteer. But yeah, we'll be teaching how to do that, dude. So it'll
we're
be good.
taking class with my wife. She's gonna be cutting me just so she can staple me up.
Oh, Ariel sent you the finger.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott says she used the lube, just didn't turn, and it popped right through. Told you.
There you
When
go.
we was talking
Yep.
about that, yep, you got to do the turn, man.
That was not nice, Ariel.
Ariel's
Must have
gonna
been a
kick your
left
ass.
side. Yep.
So listen,
He said
y'all
it
don't know
was left
this.
side.
You probably don't know this, but Ariel is freaking dangerous, bro. Like she'll mess you up when she ain't shooting the damn barriers, tactical bits.
Or his leg.
Yeah. She's
So
got
I used
her.
to have I used to have a little timer that would be down in the bottom of this, dude. I can't even see it anymore. I don't know what the hell. It just says I
Well,
started streaming less than a minute ago.
Thank you.
Well, I think we can look at the thing. I mean,
Jason says you only have to turn if you like them. It's kind of like warning them before you go to the dirty route, right, Jason? Only if you plan to
Right.
go there again.
Yeah, mean dog.
Y'all are bad people. That's why I like you guys. Weird sense of humor like us.
the dangerous ones are the fun ones, says Max.
They are for sure. But we got some dangerous ladies up in here. We're blessed. We've had some pretty. Mike's wife also fucking dangerous. Like they're hardcore. No shit. All of them
mean
are.
because they're little.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just that they're little. They just got the right mindset. That's where it is. Like there's some tough chicks. There's a couple more out there too that have taken classes with us that are dangerous. Like their mind's right. Their training's good. I wouldn't want to screw with them.
Majority of them.
But that's exactly what we want, to empower them, right? They should feel like, yeah, I can handle it. Max says, I'm big and I can absorb some punishment. That's funny. You
Well,
must have
Max,
a
when
really
you
little
show
life.
up to Prepper Minute and you see Ariel at Yo, probably a big whopping 4'10". You guys can arm wrestle.
Gary says he has recently been called an extremist. Dude, I feel like every one of us have called a ban or strikes or something. Anything you say that isn't freaking along the left line, the left leaning agenda puts you in that category. Jason, I did see your daughter giving Tim a hard ass time. It was hilarious. She was really the highlighted live stream last week. She was pretty funny. Ooh, Scott says he's going to drop some cash on a purse. Ouch.
Oh, sweet.
Ouch.
Jake said he made a shirt.
That's funny. So a purse, if I remember correctly, Scott, those purses are like what, 500 plus? Am I thinking that's right?
It's AK.
Oh, the AK. Yeah.
Scott says, did y'all catch Lovell's new video about the new sling? Looks interesting. Uses a fidlock buckle. I did see it. It is something to look into. I think it has some interesting features that I do like. That being said, like the only thing I don't like is the price. And I'm kind of being ugly there because I just feel like $70 for a sling is a little bit much, especially when you can get it done with like we did a review on the STI sling, and I really think, man, for the money, that thing is really, really hard to beat. I mean, I'd like to get one in hands. It may be worth $70. I don't know. I haven't messed with it. Jason says I messed with Phil's sling. It's gay. Are you talking about the one from?
That's AK, right? Mm-hmm. So,
Jason, are you talking about the one from Lovell? Lovell just released a video. I haven't seen his sling in person yet, so I couldn't tell you.
I wonder who he stole it from.
Scott said, "Yeah, for the first four, about $500. That sounds right." I've heard good things though. I've heard that really it's kind of if you're like into the night vision world, it's kind of between the first and the mall. Like that's kind of where most people fall one side of those two.
I know Uncle Jerry's got one on his ODS.
He does. Yep. Jason says Phil does have Lovell sling and it's gay. I trust Jason. That's not a bad review. If he says it's gay, to me, it's like $70 is hard for me to spend on one just to try it. You know what I mean? Like I'd like to at least see one a little bit. And I've had a couple in the past that I played around with that because it does seem like a good idea, right? To have some kind of bungee where you get some movement. I'm not talking shit. Like it may be fantastic. I don't know, man. I don't have enough feedback or enough information to give you a solid opinion, Scott. I'd like to see one in person, then I'd be able to tell you a little bit more what I think. But I'm a practical dude, man, and I think that a lot of people get way, way too deep into that whenever it's really hard to beat an STI sling for $27, $28, man. They just freaking work great. And if you're like us, it's different. If you're a one-man show and you're doing one rifle, it's so much easier just to do like the primo stuff and like go hardcore. But I'm all about value because it's usually in our land, in our world, we're doing a bunch. We're trying to get a bunch of people up to speed really fast. And these guys, they're already spending a bunch of money on training. They're already spending a bunch of money on this stuff. A lot of them are already well behind the 8-ball. If you know what I'm talking about. So we're trying to get them up to speed as fast as I can. And to me, if I can cut a little bit of cost on the sling, get them in an STI for $30 versus a $70 Vickers or the other one, I can use that $50 somewhere else where they really need it. Like let's put that toward a little bit better optic or somewhere in that range. Because a lot of these people are trying to go from 0 to 100 as fast as they can, man. But it would get. I wish y'all know Phil. Tell him to do a damn video on it.
Phil does some funny ass videos sometimes.
Phil is hilarious. Like he's got that graveyard humor too. Like he cracks me up.
Oh yeah, that's what you get for like working on the psych ward for a million years
Scott,
at night. I think
but Scott,
night shift
man,
on the psych ward.
if you listen, I'm not talking shit to you or Lovell. Don't hear me that way. So I'd like to hear your opinion on it. I trust and value your feedback. Let me know what you find out, dude. But I'll be honest, and this is just the way I think about shit anymore. Like gear doesn't appeal to me like it used to. Like if you got something, you've trained with it a lot, and you change it, now I got to put the same amount of hours in it to feel as comfortable as I did with it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to run multiple weapons and all that. Don't hear that. What I'm saying is, like, if something's working, why change it? It's kind of like when a new gun comes out. Everybody's looking at the Shield Plus now or whatever the new thing is. But if your Glock 19 is getting it done, your Glock 26 getting it done, your whatever you're carrying that you put time and effort and money. I mean, some people just dig gear. I get it. Like they love the newfangled, and they like to put the time in to, test new stuff. And if you're kind of a gear reviewer, man, rock on. Like have fun with that. I get it. And there is an appeal to it, especially like if you're a gear nerd, and if you like buying new stuff. To me, like I got too much other shit. Too many preps to prep into, too many other irons in the fire, so to speak, that I don't see the point in upgrading something that's working. If I get a new rifle or something and I'm looking for a sling, maybe then I would be interested in try it. But I'm always afraid that like, it sucks and I end up getting. I mean, how many things have you seen us in class that sucked? Here, take it, you try it. I mean, I've got gear that I've given away to people and be like, here, man, it didn't work for me. You try it. Just because a lot of times it's like,
kind of like the life cycle of the gun dude there.
Yeah, exactly. Like by the
point.
time you get to a certain point, you're kind of just like, what's the point, man? Like the sling is working like it is. But I get the other side too. Like if you're a gear guy and you like buying gear and reviewing gear and testing new shit out, but you kind of stick with your normal day-to-day shit, I'm cool with that. Like have fun with it. Ariel, you cracked me up, girl. You cracked me up.
My last congratulations was that link I sent you guys, or I posted in our alumni page, is that collaboration that Mike from Riker got into with Walther on his
that was pretty cool.
AFAC. That was pretty cool.
So he had mentioned it on our live stream when he was on with us, that he had something that he couldn't really talk about. So that was kind of really cool to hear that kind of pan out for him.
But that is awesome that he got that in the works.
So now there is, if you're buying a Walther branded ankle first aid kit, Riker made it, which is cool.
Yeah, it says it on the website, man. You get and you can, because it basically comes stopped. It's like maybe 170 something bucks, but it's got you get the AFAC, which is typically 70 bucks, and then I think it's got it's got some other stuff. It's got shears in it. The only thing I didn't really like was maybe the choice of tourniquet on a soft tee. And then
I agree. I saw that too. I
but it
the
had
same
like
thing.
C-locks in it and a 6-inch round chest seal and stuff like that. And then also it's got a like a business card in the box that you can use a QR code to link into a training site, and it has training modules for each piece that's in there. So
but also going back to the soft TY discussion, like a lot of times people won't carry a freaking ankle med kit because a regular tourniquet in there is too damn big.
Yeah.
So they end up trying to downgrade it at some point anyway. So I get why he went with a soft T.
Well, it wasn't Mike's decision. It wasn't Mike. No, I watched there's a YouTube video associated with it, and whoever basically the guy from Walther was tasked to come up with the kit, and he got hooked up with Mike, and then he went to somebody else for recommendations on the gear, and that was the stuff that they picked. So,
Gotcha. Well,
But anyway.
again, though, whoever picked it, I mean, I see why they did. Because, disclaimer, I don't wear my tourniquet in my med kit. It's too bulky. So I get that, you know.
Yeah. So we could always Mike could have him. Mike could have him back on. It's been a couple months since Mike's been with us. Talk at him a little bit. So I'm excited
So,
for him. That should be a good.
Scott, I still carry the Recon. Actually, I carry 2 Recon, Scott, but I just don't put them in the ankle med kit. I'm a huge fan of the Filster flat pack. It's perfect. If you want to carry in that position, it's perfect. What's Mikey doing? Is he getting sent home?
I'm getting yelled at.
Oh, okay. So we talked about Kerry a little bit ago. Get him up, said she's going to cut him next time.
That's hilarious.
Nice. He deserves to be cut. See if he can patch himself up.
Oh.
Cheddar is a troll.
Oh,
Gary Johnson.
No.
She said, I'm going to cut you next time. I said, I took a picture of Jerry's med kit over here. I said, Jerry will stitch me up. She said, does he need some practice now?
Well, I'll be honest with you, like stapler is way easier. It's relative to the wound, but you know.
I have a stapler.
All right, guys. So I just looked down at the clock. We're like 7 minutes over. So, guys, we appreciate you watching. Thank you for coming out to the live stream tonight.
Yeah, guys.
If you would please share the videos, check out YouTube videos, Prepare Patriot NC. Max said you're checking out. Appreciate it, man. Have a good night. We'll see you at Prepper Med or next week on live stream. We'll be back again at 8:30 next week. You guys can ask questions. I don't think we have anything coming up. It's the 4th. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Days, guys. And hope you guys are all safe out there. Don't do anything crazy. Stay safe. Carry smart. Carry safe. Be prepared.
Have a
Good night,
4th of
guys.
July. Night. When we get